So as you can see the progress, I closed the gap here and I closed it in the back. I will fill it up with the paper the same as I did over here and then continue with the bridge. In the previous part of building BuddyTown, I showed you how I put lights into the buildings. So what I did is I drilled holes into the base plate to get the wiring through. The only problem is that this board where the train is located on sits on a deck, and let me show you that. So this is the board from the viewing angle of Codyville, and if I'm now gonna lower the view, you can see that it is actually on top of something else, and that's actually the hallway. So now there is a gap, and that gap is there so that I can get the wire through. But I will remove all the blocks which are underneath so it's flat on the surface. So we have a challenge to get the wires. So how I'm gonna do that? So I have here a light which you can shine underneath here, but it also has a magnet and I can extend it, as you can see. I have here a thread, and connected to that thread I have just a washer which is magnetic. So I'm gonna try to capture from each hole that wire, and I'm gonna put a sticker on it. I'm gonna label it, that is for this building, that building, etc. So every building has its place. So let me put the washer through that hole. I'm gonna push it down. And let's see if we can find that wire. So let's use a tool. It's barely to see. But I can feel it. Here it comes. Yeah, there it is. So that's one wire. So I have this wire. Those two belong to each other. And now I can do the same with all the other holes. So I will do that and I will be back shortly. Okay, now that we all have put these pull wires in, we can start working on this incline. As you can see, I already covered this area and I secured it with some pins, so let me remove those pins. And let's see if this still fits. It's a little bit tight. That means that I need to remove a little bit from this board, but that's fine for here. So we're gonna make papier-mâché, which means I'm gonna use newspaper and glue and then cover this area the same what we did with the other side, except with the other side I used some tissues, but now I'm gonna use some newspaper. So we'll be back. Okay, so now let's start gluing again. I'll use wallpaper glue to cover this area. first we're going to do one layer. Okay, that's 2 rows. Now we're gonna do it here in the back as well. Okay, so now we let that dry, and when it's dry we're gonna paint it, and then later on we're gonna ballast it. So I'll be back when it's dry. So now we're gonna paint this area and that area, and I'm going to use the same colors, which means red, blue, yellow and green. So I'm going to mixture the blue and the yellow, and then see if I can match a little bit of this color. So that's what we're going to do. You won't probably see it, but I'm doing the side here as well. So now I can see clear in the back. I will add some bushes to it, but then you have at least a coloring underneath. It looks like one layer looks enough. Well, we have to let it dry and then see how it looks. It's a little bit darker than the other side, but we'll see how it turns out, and we're gonna put some grass and sand, etc. in it anyway. So I will be back when it's dry, and then we're gonna fill it up. So we're gonna ballast the track, and then let's see how it runs. Okay, so this is the result after it's dry, and now we can ballast the track. Let me feel if there are some screws which are a little bit too high. Feel that this screw is a little bit high, so I'm gonna lower that one. Yeah, that's better. So now we can ballast the track. So I'm gonna ballast it until here, so that I can concentrate later on this section with the double turnouts. So as you can see, the trucks are already traveling towards the city, so they will start with the town. So I have here some ballast. I'm gonna use the same ballast as here. So I'm gonna put the ballast in and then use a brush to evenly spread it. So let's do that. Well, actually I see that there is a too big gap here where we have some beams missing. I didn't see that over here, so let me put some beams there as well. So I will be back shortly. Okay, let's see if this fits. Right way around. Okay, that looks much better. So now we can put the ballast between the tracks. So here you can see the result of the ballasting, and I added some green to it, and you see that the workers are already in the town for the buildings. Maybe we will see some trains coming in. Here is a train which brings some extra ballasting to the track. So, and that is to continue with the other section. So the train runs fine over that section. So this is it for this video. Next video we will continue on the rest of this scene, and we will also continue on the placement of the windmill. I'm already building a base for that, but I'm doing that off camera. So if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please consider to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.